These people are just idiots. I really, I'm at the point where it's become really hard to have an intellectual debate with any of these people because the level of stupidity that they are displaying every single day is frankly embarrassing, not just in Congress, but as Americans. And the fact that these people are allowed to say just the most ridiculous things.
Hi guys, you're welcome to the Dixon's View. Happy holiday to every one of you out there. Appreciation to every one of you who are taking their time to subscribe to this station and for the massive love and support. And the good news we have to share with you today as well is with your love and support, this channel has finally been monetized, and we really appreciate every one of you who has taken his or her time to show us this support on this channel. And today's video we'll be talking about Ilhan Omar, who had once again show her funny attitude, trying to play the victim card once again. And on this video you see how she had taken the Americans for granted to the extent of referring to the Americans as idiots, claiming to be too wise and smart. Let's watch this video together.
Ilhan Omar called Americans dumb idiots and is crying that Americans are allowed to speak. She should be deported back to Somalia for committing immigration fraud, marrying her brother, and dozens of other acts.
These people are just idiots. I really, I'm at the point where it's become really hard to have an intellectual debate with any of these people because the level of stupidity that they are displaying every single day is frankly embarrassing, not just in Congress, but as Americans. And the fact that these people are allowed to say just the most ridiculous things.
Oh, we are doctors, we are teachers, we are entrepreneurs, and we are elected representatives of our state.
In reality, she wants to say, we are immigration fraudsters. We are marriage fraudsters. We are feed our future fraudsters.
There's another thread here because House Republicans and the Treasury Secretary just now talked about a link to terrorism, a possible link. He said they're just now beginning to look into it. How confident are you that that's a false claim?
I'm pretty confident at the moment because there are people who have been prosecuted and who have been sentenced. If there was a linkage in that the money that they had stolen going to terrorism, then that is a failure of the FBI and our court system in not figuring that out and basically charging them with these charges. And so I do know that for many years, this sort of like alarm that there is money being transferred through the airport in bags and going to terrorism that accusation has always existed. There has never been here. And
can you imagine the level at which this Ilhan Omar is taking a negligence, a ungratefulness to, doesn't make sense in any way, being a direct beneficiary of the system, the society she insults and, try to make ridicule of, blackmailing the system, blackmailing the American people and the American Constitution, as a matter of fact, by referring to the system and the citizens as idiots. That's an insult. That's an insult, despite the fact that she had been caught in the web of her fraudulent activities, a fraudulent way of having citizenship in the United States by marrying a brother to create that way so as to have access to the United States. And now she's insulting the system that gives her the privilege to even find herself in the Congress, and she is using that to abuse and insult the American. Well, I thank God for the President of the United States, who is trying to make sure that everything she has been found wanting in, she will definitely face the consequence. And if it's necessary, I repeat, she should be deported because she feels the system is idiotic. She can't be a beneficiary of a system and then insult the system she benefits from just because she has been found wanting. Now, she has even been linked with some terrorist organization. The only thing she has to do is to prove her innocence. and not insulting the system. It's really uncalled for. She should be deported back to Somalia, where she come from, and with all the energy she used in insulting the people of the United States of America and the government, she could use that energy to rebuild our country. Because as I know very well, she is from a failed state. Of course, Somalia is a failed state. Enjoying a privilege in a well-organized system, you are rather taking advantage of the system to insult it. The system that has made you who you are.
And this isn't just a California problem. We're seeing it in major cities, mid-sized cities, and even smaller communities across the country. It's happening because some people believe they're above the law, or that the consequences will amount to little more than a slap on the wrist.
Look at this guy, these fat asses.
I don't even actually like the phrase crowd control because our goal has to be what I said at the beginning, to be a stabilizing presence, to be a reassuring presence, and as you've heard many people say today, to facilitate.
This is the real problem. Office bearers and politicians who actively shield illegal aliens instead of standing with law enforcement and public safety.
My name is Jocelyn from Cicero. They don't have a warrant. They didn't ask for one. They forcefully opened the door of the truck. It was locked. It was locked.
And guys, shortly after we finished filming, ICE Boston told us they arrested 2 more targets in other parts of town away from our cameras. One of those targets is a previously deported Honduran illegal alien who was arrested for raping a woman while putting a gun in her mouth. The other target they got is a Haitian man who first flew into the United States in 2023 as part of President Biden's controversial migrant flights mass parole program. Well, they just picked him up yesterday because he's been arrested locally for sexual assault. We'll send it back to you.
Bill Malhusian, it was fascinating to watch all of that. I think I was just saying to Bill, this is terrible,
Really terrible
for Joe Biden and the legacy that he tried to leave behind.
Husband to pay some debt, and there were ICE agents outside and we didn't notice, and when we were walking out of the county jail, they were waiting right there in the corner, and they just took him from me, and I'm asking for help. We have 5 kids that need their dad. Please help me. You're hurting me. Just don't lift. You're hurting me. Ow! 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 Help! Help!
As immigration raids ramp up in the area, Greg Bavino, the Border Patrol chief, was on the ground with federal agents conducting operations in the northern suburbs.
You can see from the video so far of how the people, these immigrants, behave lawlessly, no regards to the constitution of this country. Some of them just come in trying to seek a better life and seeking for refuge, and then automatically become so dangerous, more threatening to the system that protects them, the system that gives them a new life. It's quite painful when you see grown-up women crying, but these are the same people that could have been, abusing the system and every privilege they have been enjoying. I think someday Ilhan Omar will be picked up to be deported back to her home country. Probably that's the same way she will be crying on camera. And it's really painful. It's disheartening to see the betrayal she portrayed to the people of the United States of America by being so rude and disrespectful to the flag she is supposed to respect and uphold. And I think it will be a very a clarion call for the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, to take the necessary action against her. Not because he hates her, not because she is black, not because she is an immigrant, not because she is an African, but because she had been so disrespectful. She had been anti-America despite being in the Congress. And I think these are enough reasons for she to be deported and every other immigrant who serves as a threat to the national security of the United States of America to be deported as well. And these are our thoughts today on this video, and we expect and hope to see your thoughts as well in the comment section as we see you in our next video.